They hauled a few steel pipes out to international waters, determined to build their own country and crown themselves president. This wasn't a joke. It really happened. The man straddled one of the pipes, opened the cap, and let seawater flood in to sink it into place. The first steel pipe was successfully positioned. That was the foundation. They were full of energy, and after months of hard work, they actually created a country. It was small, only about 400 square meters, but it was surprisingly well equipped. There was a restaurant, a bar, a gift shop, and even a post office. Here, people could live freely without restrictions. This was the Republic of Rose Island, built on the high seas near Italy. It stood on a platform supported by 9 pylons. The man who built it was an Italian engineer named Giorgio Rosa, also the self-declared president of this tiny nation. The birth of this country traced back to a strange-looking car. Giorgio had built it himself for an engineering exam. One day, he took his ex-girlfriend for a drive, only to be pulled over by the police. The officer saw the car's odd design and the lack of a license plate, so he asked Giorgio for his driver's license. Giorgio claimed the car was his handmade creation, a demonstration of his craftsmanship, and didn't think he needed a plate or a license. The police quickly realized he not only lacked a license, but was also driving under the influence. Thanks to the officer's intervention, Giorgio and his ex-girlfriend ended up spending a night in jail. This incident gave his ex-girlfriend a criminal record and cost her the chance to take her professor's exam, while Giorgio himself didn't seem to care at all. Fed up, his ex-girlfriend revealed the real reason for their breakup. She accused Giorgio of living entirely in his own world, a world that, in reality, didn't belong only to him. Hearing this deeply wounded Giorgio's pride as an engineer. He had once built a biplane and flown it without registration, only to have the authorities ground him. Now even his homemade car couldn't be driven. To him, the world seemed full of endless rules and restrictions. If this world wasn't his, then he'd build one that was. But after months of thinking, Giorgio still didn't know how to begin. In the meantime, he took a job with a racing team, holding up signs for drivers during competitions. Then he suddenly spotted a billboard advertising an offshore drilling platform for sale. That's when the idea of building his own country finally struck him.